Hello guys, welcome back to CGI Made Simple. Today's video will be something between research comparison. It's about using geometry from ArchiCAD, using it in 3ds Max, and which formats to use. I'll make comparison between SketchUp, 3ds and FBX, and I will share my thoughts, which one I would choose, why is it better, what to avoid, how much work is going to need to be done after that, just a rough overview and comparing the different approaches and differences that you can use. So let's jump into this tutorial. Let's start with the source program, which is ArchiCAD, in this case 24. There is a huge variety of formats, but the most common, I would say, are SketchUp, 3ds and FBX. I have the file prepared, and as you can notice on the first site is that there is also a difference between the size of the thing. I will start with the 3ds format, and one approach could be just to drag and drop it like this. But even though it seems naturally, let's say, I won't recommend it because it's somewhere in the space like this. It's not in the center, and if I want to copy and paste the geometry between scenes, they won't be at the same place. That's why I will rather use the normal option over here. So I'll go here, create new, I won't save it, just to refresh the scene. And then I'll go to the import, here import again, and just choose the same format. As you can see, there is also difference in the size. The building, the scene is absolutely the same. And here is the first question. I will go with the first option just to merge it in the current scene. And if I delete these things, I don't need them, and I zoom, I can see that the building is way too smaller than than it should be. I will check quickly the units. It's in centimeters. Okay. But let me see what happens with the other formats so I can compare where the difference is. Let me just first go here, and by pressing 4 I can see also the edges. It seems quite clean, more or less, and if I press 7 I can see how many polygons we have. In total we have roughly 1700 objects, and this is for the 3ds format for now. Okay, the next one I'll use again, the export will be the FBX. Even though it stays 3D object here, if I go and right click here, you can see in the properties it is FBX indeed. I'll press OK. Here I will keep everything as it is. I won't change a thing. I waited a bit, and the first difference that we can see, firstly we have only 44 objects. If I go here and press the 7, the polygon counts are similar, mostly almost the same. And if I zoom in, the first obvious thing is that here we have flipped faces, or faces that are in the same plane, these black things. The good thing though is that we have the textures, which is quite nice. I mean, here I can see the bricks for instance, and here I have some plaster stucco, whatever it is, and here I have the grass, whereby the 3ds format, everything is just solid color, and the rest of here, let's press the F4, but unfortunately if I turn on the edges, I can see that everything is as a spider web. All of the geometry is kind of broken, everything is attached, and it's attached by material. If I get this material, yes, everything is attached by material, and by the 3ds format all of the objects are split, and I have, let's say, this object, two materials. I have two materials for these objects that are attached to the different faces. So what could be here? In the end, if I need to compare only these two formats, I have additional work here, maybe to remodel or to clean these edges, these edges. And here I have work in order to attach at least some of the geometries. These are two different approaches. Here I would like to open, let's say, a bracket or something like this. For instance, if I decide to choose the FBX thing, the approach that I'm going to go for will be, so this guy, it's a mesh. If I turn off the edges, you can see everything is into segments, it's not smooth. So this object has 1000 polygons, and the thing that I would do, if I go to this one, I'll press 2, go into the edge mode, I'll select all of the edges. Here I will, in the surface properties tab, I will go and press 2 for the edge, press Auto Edge, which will make the diagonal edges into dashes. And pay attention to this polygon count over here. If I go here and apply Edit Poly above, voila, I have cut the edge, the polygon number by half. Let me turn off and on these things so you can see. And if I convert it to editable poly, I have less polygons. And then the work that I would do in addition, just as a super rough initial moves, is I will go here by holding Shift. You can select here all of the meshes, all of the faces, sorry, and then I will go here and just to find my, here the smooth tab, press Auto Smooth only for these polygons and go out of this menu, and if I press the F4, you can see the difference. So this arch is smoothed, and this one it's without Auto Smooth. Of course, I can't do it like with one click by pressing Auto Smooth like this, because this would mean that also the planar parts of the surface will be with Auto Smooth, and I want only the curved faces to be smoothed, and the other one should be straight, more or less. So as a conclusion here for the FBX, definitely I will need to play a bit with the geometry, but I have the textures and everything is split by material, which is super useful. Okay, let's check what happens with the next format. Okay, what is the next one? file, import, a bit repetitive job, but this is how it is when you want to compare something. I have here the SketchUp. It's more or less the same size as the FBX, but let's see what happens. This SketchUp has been exported as SketchUp version 7, which according to my experience is the best format to transfer via SketchUp. We can make someday in the future tutorial about it, but let's see. I will turn off all of these things, I don't need them. And here you can choose a specific folder for the textures. It's according to your taste. It takes a while. Happily the example is not so big, so it goes fast. As a first sign we can see, as a first difference, we have again a lot of different objects, so it is split similarly to the 3ds Studio model. If I press the 7, I have the same polygon count. I think it's the same, more or less the same as the 3ds, and it's similar to the FBX. What about the textures? Again, okay, I can see it right straight away. We don't have textures, at least here. Maybe I need to load them. Let's do it in a second step. And if I press the edges, I don't have these edges here that are the making the polygons into triangles, so it looks more like the 3ds format. Let me see about the materials. Okay, it looks super similar to the one, I think previously I chose this wall, and let me see with this wall. Yeah, it's definitely split the same. I have two objects, two materials applied to this object, and here the same. So I would say that the 3ds model, 3ds Studio model, and the SketchUp are quite similar, even though the disadvantage of the SketchUp is that we have this black, do you see these black faces like this? So it needs to be adjusted. Let me go to, I'll press U and go to the orthogonal, and I can see it according to the scale here. This is the grid, the original grid of 3ds Max, and here if I go here I can see that this one, the 3ds Studio model, I've saved them so we can know which one it's now open, since all of them are into the Max. I think the grid is too big, so I need to scale. If I decide to use this one, I need to scale it, and in order to make it as big as the other one, for instance, if I go here and copy, let's say, this roof, if I copy it with the copy object, you can check this script in one of our videos, link you can find in the description, and go into this scene and just paste it into the scene. I can see that it's way bigger, so I think the 3ds model is super small. I'll create a group here with the right click. I'll scale it, but I need to hold. If you click, left click and hold, you can switch between the scaling options. I'll go for the first one because this will scale my model into the 3-axis. Go here and scale it 100 times. So I will add 2. Oh no, I need to scale it. Yes, this looks more like the other one. Yes, definitely. So this model was 1000. I need to scale with 1000 in order to be as big as the other two models. So, conclusion, I need to go back to the 3ds format. This one, maybe it's because of the units, even though the units from the original units from ArchiCAD are all the same for all the formats, but somehow this one was scaled down with 1000. And as a conclusion, I don't see any other differences for this one. This was the SketchUp. The next chapter will be about 3DM. Maybe you've noticed that I have also a file over here, 3DM. Unfortunately, you can't straight away import 3DM into the Macs. I will show you. You need like this. If I go here and here, it can't be found. You need to export the Rhino format into OBJ and then to put it into 3ds Max. How to know? Where do I know this? If you go to the import and see here, you need OBJ. But according to my experience, it works rarely. Honestly, I never use this format for transferring files. Of course, if this is the only option, yes, I'll do it, but the other one works for me better. At this point, after so much thoughts and comparing things, I would like to ask you kindly to support us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you to all of our fans. Recently, we've reached 1000 subscribers. Thank you a lot again. If you like what we do, hit the like button. If you don't like what we do or you have any suggestions, please let us know in the comments below. Contact us, and we're trying to improve ourselves with every single video. Thank you guys a lot. So I hope you're looking forward to see who is going to win the competition, which format is the best. How I'm going to decide. Okay, I made a decision. What did I check? Here I have a lot of different so here in 3ds I have a lot of objects and I need to attach them and to retexture everything. I need to retexture everything everywhere in order to get a good renders in the end of the day. But here you can check everything. It's really bad situation with the materials, even though if I choose this one and go and click select by material, it's hell. I need to play a lot with the materials. And if you remember, I needed to scale this model so it's more or less roughly the same size as the other one. How I understand this, if I right click here, you can see the scale for this model. And if I go here, right click, this here it's not scaled. Here with the FBX, I have 44 objects. I need to play with the geometry, yes indeed, but if I go and select all of the materials, so add all of the materials to the material editor, and if I go and select by material, okay, the only thing that I need to do here is to fix the geometry whenever I need to reset the X form, of course. But after that, let's say everything that is brick, this one is brick, I need to texture it. Maybe I need to split the cylindrical parts, yes, to map, in order to map them better, to fix a bit the geometry, but I will have less headache with the materials itself, more with the geometries. And here the last one, the SketchUp, it's the same situation as the 3ds, meaning that I have many multi-sub objects. And the problem here is that, let's say I have here the beige sand and the metal material, but here they're switched, or there they're switched. And the work here for me, even though here these things is curved, it's more according to my experience. So in the end of the day, I will choose the FBX. Here at this point, I would like to encourage you to share your thoughts, your approach, how you would go with this one. Please write it down in the comments below. Of course, you don't need to agree with me. Everyone can have its own opinion. But I will continue playing with these guys. Thank you for being with us for this tutorial again, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. If you enjoyed anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't subscribed yet, click below and join us. We have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.